Now then chaps, how are we doing? Helicoil day. I've got my Helicoil kit here, M12 by 1.25. So today's video is mainly going to be focused on getting this helicoil done and having a play with that. It's not going to be a tutorial. If you want to watch a really good video on how to do helicoils, I recommend the Eric the Car Guy video, which I've watched about 10 times this week. I'll stick a link to it in the description. If you want to know how to do helicoils, or if you're interested in knowing how they work, that's the video for it. I will video the process along the way, but obviously, like I said before, I'm not a mechanic, so I'm just having a go at this. If you want a proper tutorial, do check out other videos. By all means, watch it to get an idea of what's going on, but I mean, I don't know how this is going to go yet, so yeah, it could be interesting. Before we get to the unit though, I need to go and pick a car up, and the reason is I need to take the gearbox down to TI Motorsport so Matt can sort it out. I did fancy doing the gearbox myself, but it's a skill that I don't really want to learn just yet. Seeing as my gearbox is pretty valuable, I want to take it to Matt just so he can have a good look over it, make sure everything's alright. And Matt sorted the box out last time, if you remember as well, did a good job. If you're wondering why it's broken again, it's the gear selector. It can happen at any time. It's not something that you'd replace during a rebuild really, so I mean, it's just bad luck that it's gone. It's good luck that it happened coming off the motorway and not breaking into the foxhole. I was thinking about that this week. What happened if my car got stuck in gear going around the ring? That would be fucking horrible. As much as I've enjoyed driving the E36 this week, I need something more oriented to lifting parts up and down the country, so let's have a think. What car could we get? What car could we get? Whoop. There it is. Ta-da! So this is my Audi, if you're not aware, or it was my Audi. It kind of still is. If you don't know, this car, this used to be my daily last year, and then it blew up on me. Well, the cam belt tensioner stud came out, and yeah, the engine was wrecked. But Joe fixed it, well, he saved it, should I say. And yeah, here it is. Way more broken than what I remember, but yeah, it does the job. Right, so like I said, today's main job's going to be the helicoil, but there's one thing we need to do first, and might upset a few people this. We need to get these wheels off, the Enkeys, because I advertised them for sale this week and someone's decided to buy them straight away, and they're driving up from down south. As we speak now, someone's driving up to come and get them. So yeah, I've sold the Enkeys. Yeah, so I've decided to, I'm going to change the wheels on the car. I've not fully decided what wheels I'm going to go for next, but I'm going to change the wheels. The car's probably not going to be back on the road this year, I don't think. Maybe, we'll see how we do, but the car is very tired. I was kind of rushing to try and get it to the ring again this year, and to be fair, what it really needs is quite a lot of work. I need to have a look at all the bushes on the back end and stuff, and the front end, and we need to have a real good look over it, and obviously the brake issues as well. We've got a lot of stuff that we need to spend time looking at before we go back on track, really. I still don't want to use it on track, and I still want to smash it about. You know, obviously the M3 is not going to be a track car. This is still going to be the track car. At the same time, I'm going to look at getting some more interior back in, making it a nicer car. We're going to get some softer suspension as well. Still needs to do sub 8 in this car. I'm not going to drop that. Yeah, the car could easily do sub 8, probably as it is now, even with the gammy brakes and stuff. It's just the old tale of the Nürburgring traffic, which you'll hear everyone talk about. But it is true. You know, you lose a second. Yeah, and yellow flags. You can lose a second on one corner, and it can be 5 seconds by the end because you lose the exit. And with the track being that big. Anyway, I'm not going to go into that. We need to get the wheels off because I've sold them. That's the main task. So, Enkeys, bye-bye. I did say I was thinking about getting them all done silver and all gold, and I was thinking about it, but at the same time I was also thinking about different wheels. I might have found some wheels. The only issue is I don't think my brakes will fit over them, but that's going to be tested, and if it comes true, then I'll have some sweet wheels on the way. So yeah, the Enkeys are going, time to get them off, give them a clean, and yeah, the new one's on his way, so I'm going to get cracking. Right, that's the Enkeys off and washed. Even washed them, can you believe that? Be loading them up into the Audi shortly. We'll be going to meet a chap called Johnny who's buying them off me. So yeah, this will be the last time you see the Enkeys. Still one of my favourite wheels ever, but just wanted to have a change. I've had these wheels for about 3 years now, so time for a change and all that. I can believe it's sunny, but it's raining. Sweet.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to...
Helicoil.
Right, so this Helicoil kit I've bought is by a company called Nielsen, who they did the tie rod tool I was using the other week as well. Yeah, I've not heard of the brand before, but they seem to be popping up a lot. Maybe it's because I buy tools off eBay because I'm tight. But I mean, this was like £15 for the full kit. So you get like the handle to screw the helicoil in, you get a drill bit, the proper size drill bit for the tap that we'll be using, because it comes with a tap as well. And then you got your helicoils at the bottom. So I've just moved the wiring out of the way. I might take this off as well, just to give us some more room. And yeah, I'll try and see if I can get some better lights in here as well, so you can see as much as I can see. But these are the two holes. I got this one here, got this one here. So what we'll be doing is drilling, tapping the thread for the helicoil, putting the helicoil in, and then that's pretty much it, hopefully. Now, drilling that hole shouldn't be too hard, but I think one of the main things that I've heard is you've got to make sure the drill's straight when you're going in. Now, it's only slightly oversized. So the original bolt was an M12, so it's a 12mm bolt, and this drill bit's a 12.5mm, so you know it's only slightly bigger, so hopefully it should go in alright. I'm sure it will. And then we'll tap the thread after that. And then we'll be inserting the helicoils. These are helicoils. I've heard Americans call them helicoils as well, which kind of makes sense when you look at the letters, but it's like you don't call helicopters helicopters, so I'm sticking with helicoils. And there's your little tool to wind them in. And it comes with this as well, which I'm not sure what this does. Maybe that's to stake out the thing at the end. There's actually some instructions as well, which I might actually take a look at, which I know I'm not supposed to do, because, you know, I'm a man. But yeah, we don't need them. So as per Eric the Car Guy's video, I've also got some compressed air and some oil for the drill and the tap. Just some regular engine oil. Better than nout, as they say. So I'm going to put the camera down here. And like I say, the lighting's not the best, but we're going for this one first. Now, it probably would make sense to take the clutch off if I was going to reuse it, but as I'm going to change that clutch out anyway, I'm just going to leave it on for now. Just with all the metal filings and stuff, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Right, here goes nothing. Right, so that's the hole drilled and tapped. You can kind of see a few threads just on here. So now what we're going to do is wind one of these helicoils into those threads, these suckers here. So what we're doing is winding one of these in, and then we should be able to just wind this bolt into this, and should be good as new, kind of. So this tool, you just kind of thread it through the coil, and yeah, just wind it in. The only issue I think I'm going to have is that it could do with being about there, whereas it's all the way down there. I'm not sure if it'll go in enough, but we'll have a go. Right, that's in. Ta-da! Oh, hang on, that's not all the way in. That's not right. Just trying to work it out. Come on, we can work it out. There we go. So that one didn't work, but that was attempt 1, so let's go for attempt 2 now. That's Josh's car starting there. Sorry about that. Can you adjust that? That looks adjustable, that little ring. Maybe you meant to adjust that. It's done the same thing again, this. Like skipped over the threads. Not entirely sure what I'm doing wrong here. Just have a look, that's the tap going in. Tap goes in fine, nice and smooth. But then when the helicoil goes in, it seems to jump a tooth. So it's twice I've done this now. I've done it 2 times, and both times the helicoil itself has got a bit messed up halfway down. Right, so it turns out this ring is actually adjustable, so we can move that up. Maybe that'll help us get the helicoil in properly. Don't know, let's find out. Right, there we go, got the collar adjusted up. So this might be 3rd time lucky. Now I've set the tool up properly. Hopefully, fingers crossed and all that shit. So that's gone all the way in, and it felt good all the way down. So as long as I can get this off, okay, which is coming. Another one bites the dust. It's a good job they give you a few spares with the kit. Alright, I'm officially having a bad time here. So what's happening is the first few threads are they're leaving gaps in between them. I don't understand why that's happening. Very clear to see in person, but through the camera lens I can't see it that clearly. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Why is this happening? So that's the fourth helicoil failed. The threads are fine, I'm sure, but there's obviously something not right. So, fifth time lucky. I didn't video this one because I thought I fucked it up 4 times on camera now. I'll just have a go. And what I did differently this time is I wound the tap back in, but I went in a lot further. I measured how deep this hole was, because what I was scared of doing was hitting the end and then, you know, damaging my block. But I measured how far it was, and it turned out I could get the full head of the tap in. So yeah, I measured the depth of the hole, and it turned out it came to about here. So I was able to get the full thing in. Did that, and then tried it again with a new helicoil. And yeah, look, there's the bolt going in now, absolutely fine, nice and smooth. So result, that's one done. One down, one to go. Right, so it took 5 attempts, but it's done. Well, one of them's done. I've got the other one to do next. I think the issue might have been I wasn't putting the tap in enough, because I was a bit scared that... because I have had issues before when I've been tapping things and I've gone a bit too deep and I've pierced certain fuel lines. You might know from some of the old school vlogs, I was tapping a thread on the DC2 once, went a bit too far and ended up piercing a fuel line. So whenever I'm tapping anything now, I'm always a bit cautious. And yeah, I just don't think I ran the tap through enough just to get those top threads right, maybe? I don't know, this is me guessing. Okay, so let's get this last one done, and then we can maybe look at doing some more jobs on here. But key for today is to get this done. So, be right back. Just put in the last helicoil in, hopefully, if it works. Right, it's done. Look, got 2 bolts in. Ta-da! All good. It worked. Did it myself. It took 3.5 hours, but it's done. It doesn't matter how long it took. I've learnt something new. Helicoil seems to be working. All good. I say it took a few attempts on the first one, but the second one also took a few attempts. But I think I've cracked it now. I think I've got it. I think I know what to do. They are quite fiddly to use, these helicoil things. That's coming from someone that's not used them before. It just seems a bit. At first you're a bit like, is this actually going to work? But then, hey, finished article. Looks good. 1 like equals 1 respect for the helicoils that didn't make it. R.I.P. sirs. I still want to do a couple of little more bits on the DC2. I'm just going to tidy the bay up, get the old fuel pressure regulator off, you know, just tidy it up really, and have a look at these fuel lines, because I need to find out if I need to buy any more fuel fittings and things to match the new fuel pressure regulator that we've got. I also need to double check if I've got the right lines for my new fuel filter that's going on the Bosch one that I showed you before. So yeah, let's do that now. Jobbed on the helicoil. I'm happy. It was a bit frustrating along the way when you know, as you've seen, I got it wrong a couple of times, but as long as it's right at the end, it's all good, right? And now we can use OEM Honda bolts with it. I know a lot of people suggested drilling it out and using a larger bolt, but that would have meant drilling out the gearbox casing as well, and the fact that I can now use my OEM Honda size bolts without issue, it's just going to be like a regular thread. If not, it'll be better because the thread's nice and clean. We'll try and make sure to grease them up though, the bolts, when they go back in. Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. Right, let's get this tidied up. Hey. I have got the finest detailing gear for this job. Only the best. Barry Scott recommended. I never understand why people pay so much for like engine degreasers and stuff like that when I know this is probably a bit more corrosive than what it needs to be, but it fucking works, man. Good bit of sillet bang. Oh yeah. Alright, let's bang the dirt away. Well, I have cleaned this up, believe it or not. I hope you can tell. There's still a lot of parts on it, like just down here where it's actually the paint that's marked. So, I don't know. Maybe I'll spray it even. Maybe even respray the bay. That would be nice. Looks a lot cleaner anyway. Looks a lot better. So, what I've just been looking at is my new hybrid fuel pressure regulator, which is this lovely thing. Hey, look at the time. It's just like that YouTube channel that doesn't exist anymore. Do you remember? The Honda one. Hondas. Anyway. I've lost my fuel filter. I just had it in my hand. Oh, there it is. So here's my Bosch. Here's my big Gary Bosch fuel filter that I'm going to be running. Like I said before, this will run 6 AM fittings, which is ideal because that's what the rest of my fuel is. So yeah, the plan is to mount the fuel filter somewhere around here. Josh has got his like there, I think, or like there, but we want to try and keep it away from the exhaust manifold, which will be going just down there. So I'll probably mount it. Let's say we mount it just there for now, just for argument's sake. Obviously it'll be straight. That's my fuel line going in, comes out, then it'll be going into my new fuel pressure regulator. And we'll probably be mounting this on the turret somewhere, just like there. And then this will have fuel returning to the tank, and then I'll have another line going into the engine. Not going to do that now, just planning really, making sure I've got all the right stuff, which I'm pretty sure I have. I'm going to have to make a few more lines, but that's fine. I quite enjoy making these lines. These 6 AM fittings, they were quite fun to do last time. So yeah, I spent a lot of time making these lines before, and they're quite rewarding when you get them right. They're a bit fiddly, but once you get them right, they're alright. Right, that's just about done for today. Like you say, the helicoil is done. That obviously took up a large proportion of the day. Learning new things is good though, and I'm pretty chuffed with myself for getting that done. I know it's only a small thing to a proper mechanic, but yeah, I'm quite happy that I've been able to do it. Obviously it's a lot easier, the engine being out as well, but hey, I took the engine out as well, so you know, can't be that bad. I've just been getting the Audi loaded up, and something interesting happened up at the boxing actually. The gear selector just came out with my hand. So that hole through the middle there, that's where a bolt should go, and that's what's broken. So deep down inside there, well obviously there's a few things broken now, but I mean that won't even go back in now, so there's something lodged. Something's not right, but I don't know. And yeah, like I say, I'm going to get Matt to have a look at it, and hopefully it's salvageable, because these gearboxes are fucking expensive, and hopefully it's not broken. But like I say, it drove back fine in 6th gear, just I couldn't change the gear, so hopefully it's just that selector and then we'll be alright. Right guys, that brings us to the end of today's vlog. So yeah, just to recap today, Enkies are sold. I've had them for a long time now and they've gone to a good home, so Johnny, look after them. And yeah, put them to work on the track, so the wheels are going on another K20 DC2, so that's all good. The Audi's back for a little while, not sure how long it'll be. But yeah, it feels good having the bootloader full of stuff, and the back seats are still up, and I've not driven a diesel for a while, so the fuel economy is going to be nice on the way home for sure. Yeah, the helicoil worked. It took me a few times to get there. You know, it wasn't so easy. I did spend about 3 hours doing the helicoil, just 2 helicoils. It did take me a while to get my head around it, and you know, it was fun though. I quite enjoyed doing it. Maybe not fun, but it was definitely rewarding at the end when I got them both done, and everything's all good now. Like I said, I got 2 bolts in there, A-OK, everything's all good. And yeah, tidied my bay and made a few plans for the future. And yeah, gonna be, I reckon I can probably keep doing these tech videos once a week. I know it would be nicer to have the car on track, and I know everyone wants to see it getting smashed on track, but you know, when things need doing, this is part and parcel of owning a race car, and owning a race car, that's a bit cringe, isn't it? This is part and parcel of owning a track car. You know, you need to keep up with the maintenance, and I do keep up with it, but you know, there's a lot of jobs that I've been putting off for a while now. We may as well just get quite a few things done at once. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed another DC2 vlog. Not too sure what the next video will be. I'm hoping to be drifting next weekend, but I don't know. And I don't even know if anyone wants to see drifting videos anymore, do they? Don't know, let me know if you like drifting videos, because I do quite enjoy making the drift videos, and I do really enjoy drifting, but it's very time consuming. The drift vlogs take so long, like 15-20 hours sometimes just on one video. It's a lot to put together with the different camera angles, and you know, if I'm recording on this camera and my foot cam and my GoPro, I've got so much footage and they take a while. I mean, I'll probably go drifting anyway if I can, but I don't know if I'll make a video or not, so let me know if you want to see that. Just on a quick side note, Josh is just washing his car, look. Alright. So Josh is getting his car mapped tomorrow. Exciting times. I might try and link up with him in the evening or something like that so we can have a look at it, because we're all pretty excited to see just what it's going to be like. It's going to be pretty brutal. It'll be the fastest K-swap that you know, Josh has ever done, that I've ever seen. I mean, the fastest K-swap I've ever been out in is probably my own. You know, I've not been out in many brutally fast built K-swaps before. So yeah, we're all pretty excited to see how that goes down. And obviously, yeah, like I keep saying, there will be a video eventually on Josh's car. I've had a couple of messages on Instagram this week asking when the video of Josh's car will drop. And I don't know, whenever I make it. We need to get the car finished first, and then we can look at making a video. But yeah, all in good time. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, subscribe to my channel, and comment, and all that standard YouTube stuff. Keep it coming in, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. But yeah, oh yeah, and don't forget to follow me on Twitter as well, and Instagram. And if you like Twitter, I'm pretty active on there now. I'm really enjoying Twitter lately, so get involved. Give me a follow. Give me a tweet. And yeah, see you in the next video. So whenever I'm tapping anything now, I'm always a bit cautious. Absolute daft cunt, man.